and keep doing your thing, bro. And I appreciate all the support, man. Facts.
Yeah, I appreciate all y'all. Like I said, I love all y'all from. I've been a Cowboy fan from way back. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
I used to watch all the drafts since 1990. Like I've been
uh,
watching the drafts up and down. So for y'all to keep doing what y'all doing, and like I said, boss have a heart for them to win, and
mhm.
all y'all put out content and stuff out there for y'all to just get the Cowboys up to that level of what they was in the
Right.
'90s. You know?
Right.
And,
Right. And I don't think that's a tough ask. Like I mean, like I don't understand what the problem is. Where we're just saying, hey man, we want to win. You see what I'm saying? Oh, hold on. I think my dog. I think my dog right here. Hold on. I'm gonna pull him in and see. All right, there he is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. He ain't even want to say
man.
my name, bro. You ain't want to say my name, dog. What's up? He asked you a direct question. Was I one of them ones, bro? You start tap dancing around that thing. I knew he wasn't gonna give me credit because he played receiver. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's how the receivers be, bro. They don't never want to give the corners no credit. Yeah, y'all was that dude, man. And I used to lock you up every time, one-on-one. Never, you might not have caught a ball on me.
Hey,
Oh
I didn't
man.
want him to see.
What,
Now,
hold on,
now
boss.
he on
Boss,
there
boss, what number was you, bro? What number was you?
with
Oh,
20.
I was 28, bro. I hated that number too, bro. I
Hey,
wanted
Oh,
he had that number
28
too.
was
He had that
straight.
28.
28 was straight. 28 was straight. But I wanted that
yeah.
7, bro. I did. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted 7 with my whole
Yeah.
heart, bro. Yeah,
But I know,
man.
Yeah.
man, when you come from Carter, you already know you're hard. So I ain't gonna. Yeah, that says it all right there. When you talking about
Sometimes
Carter
you gotta tell
Cowboys.
these dudes. Sometimes you gotta tell these dudes because they don't be knowing, bro. Like for real. Like
So,
that's we old now. Look, you got gray all in your mustache, bro. People don't know
I know.
you look
Hey,
like
and
Look at
then
that
I didn't
brotherly
want.
fight.
you a fireman.
And I didn't know boss get on here talking about me. Like I was a wide receiver, right? So that boy, he's talking about Jason Parker a couple of weeks
Uh-huh.
ago,
Oh
and that dude
dog.
hemmed me up. Like I'm a freshman, you know what I'm saying? Red shirt,
Ooh,
and I
oh
actually played
dog.
running back and cornerback in high school. So I didn't know what
Uh-huh.
it was a whole new ball game moving out there to wide receiver. Got to get the quarterback, on the same page to trust you. But JP
Yeah.
hemmed me up, man. It just,
Yeah. Hey, and
it
my
Facts.
just
boy,
taught me a
man,
lot of lessons.
he a fireman now, man. So he stay in shape.
Yeah.
He probably
For
still
sure.
can run some routes.
Yeah. Yeah. A farmer gotta stay in shape, bro. You know what I'm saying? So well, hey dog, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate the support. You know what I'm saying? I know you probably used to sauce boss up, you know what I'm saying, especially that number 28 out
Nah,
there.
bro. No. My dog was nice though. He was quick. That's one thing about
Yeah,
and
That was
and
quick.
he was
Yeah.
nonstop too. And he was a man of faith, still a man of faith. So he done
that's great, bro.
smoked and drink.
Mhm.
Now I
So
really
like
appreciate
he
now boss helped me get through college, man, as far as like just even from the spiritual standpoint and even from the academic
Mhm.
standpoint. We
yeah,
part of the entrepreneurship program, so all the strategies
yeah,
and all
yeah,
the
Yeah,
ideas that he
yeah,
have, he got that from U of
yeah.
H. And he one of the wisest person I know. I mean, you probably know this, but
Man,
he's just one of the
boss is
wisest
super
person
wise,
that's
man.
living.
Man, I owe boss so many favors because he's prevented me for so many crash outs. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
nah,
he like,
nah,
man, stop, take a lap, breathe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just think about it, man. So, but yo, bro, we appreciate it, man. We're gonna let some other people come in. Boss, you gonna roll with
All
me for a
right.
little bit?
yeah, man. I
Yeah.
got you. I got you.
All
You know,
right,
I
bet,
go
yeah.
on
And
and
he
I
All
gotta
right,
and he
work out.
on
appreciate you.
another level spiritually. I'm looking for that whole nother thing. When y'all
Man,
recruiting this Bible
I gotta
content,
get back.
that's a whole nother
I gotta
issue.
get
But
back
we
with the
come.
Lord, bro. I'm tripping on that. My backslide
Cause he a
game
true
is
prophet
on
right
top
here. He a
right
true
now.
prophet right now.
Hey, my backslide game is tripping right now. Keep me in prayer, bro. Real talk too.
All right. All
Real
right.
talk.
Love you though.
I
Appreciate you,
love you
All
bro.
too,
right.
bro.
Appreciate you.
That's my real
All
life
right.
bro right there too. Real talk, like
We're
real
gonna
talk.
keep on
Like
rolling, man. We're gonna keep on rolling, and then see here. I got another one. My dog Dante, man. What's going on with you, bro?
What's up, man? Oh yeah, hold on.
Good.
For some reason the sound just went out.
Can you hear
I
me?
cannot hear. Hold on one second.
All right.
I'll come back in. I'll come back in.
All right. All right. All right,
he
bros,
just
man.
had to
Shoot me
put it
straight,
on mute.
bro. I
He
know you
just had to
probably got
put it on
something to
mute.
chime in on.
Yeah, well, I want to say, man, that I'm glad you're doing this because people was getting a little bit too comfortable, and
Mhm.
sometimes you got to slap people when they starting to do too much
Right.
because it was, what get annoying is when you really trying to do content to win, and then people keep trying to point us and paint us if we doing this for attention, right?
Right.
Like, so I'm getting ready to do a show on downs and that number, right?
Mhm.
Now you played, I played.
Right.
And we played enough skill positions to know that those numbers affect our confidence.
Mhm.
The first thing you said, not even intentional, was what was boss's number? You see what I'm saying? Because it's
Right.
one of those things that's like when you in the frat, and it don't matter what level you on,
Mhm.
if you played any kind of spit, you know how important it is. So when we bring that up, and then somebody
Mhm.
say, "Oh, y'all doing that for engagement? That number ain't no big deal." It's like,
Right.
nah, bro. Like, no, we really want Downs to be at his optimum confidence. So
Right.
we have the conversation that most people not willing to say.
Right.
And then when we do it, it's not respected. So I'm glad you did this. And the content community glad you did this. That's why we showed up the way we did. Because you basically saying what we've been wanting to say, basically.
Mhm. Facts. Facts. And I just feel like, I know Rome has said it in a roundabout way. I know you kind of, and it just got to the point where this morning, bro, I was just like, I think when I saw that Inside the Stars, I'm like, bro, y'all too? Like, I don't even know who y'all are,
Yeah,
bro. Like, where are y'all coming from? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
and it just feels like it's a direct attack for some weird reason. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it might be a mixture of all the things that was mentioned, bro, but it just don't sit right with me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the thing I don't like about it, boss, is that we always got to be the bigger men. You see what I'm saying? Because
right,
kind of like George Pickens, right? They've already had this disdain for us. They've already created these narratives about us. So we have to move in a certain way where if I'm at a situation like a Radio Row, you can act any way regarding about me. But if I was to respond, then it's going to be like them CCs, right? Them content creators. This is why, right? So it's just one of those things where sometimes I get tired of moving like that. Yo, Rob, can you hear us? I think the Rob joining and can jump out.
And it get annoying, bro, because like you said, the content creators are great. They not just great at content, they dope people.
Right.
Like you said, engineers, consultants, VPs, like these are dudes that and women that do, like I called Star the other day. She's like, boss, let me call you back. I'm with a client.
Right.
She's a lawyer, dog.
Right. Right.
Let me let him go.
And just talk to her like she's just
like she's ain't shit. It's like, bro, she'll buy you. Like she'll literally the OC will buy you, bro. Like for real. Like anybody that think you popping, you ain't popping. Like my partner's popping. And it's like, and then like even with Tuck don't even like to talk about his success because this is his getaway. So like every time I try to push Tuck and I say, hey, bro, I don't know if y'all notice he's a VP. He'll say, all right, boss, because that's not what this is about. This is about with Tuck. This is my getaway. This is my safe place. This is where I'm able to be raw. I'm able to be a raw fan. I'm gonna go to the games. I'm gonna get rowdy. Now, when I go to corporate, I'm gonna be button up. I'm gonna be handling business. I'm gonna be executive. I'm gonna be moving and shaking. And so, like, people don't know that. Like, most people don't even know Lou is an engineer.
Right. And this idiot clown.
Clown.
Yeah. But dog Dante, man, can you hear us, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I don't know what happened before. As soon as I came on stage, it was just like all the audio went away. So
yeah, it happens, man. How you doing, dog? Like, here's another GOAT. You know what I'm saying? I know he doesn't count as Cowboys, man, but my dog Dante is out there. He's phenomenal, bro. He just knows ball, man. He's a breath of fresh air, man. What's going on with you, bro?
I just wanted to pop in, man. Like I wrote, I don't know if you saw the comment, but just to let everybody know, man, like when you came on originally it was before the season when I was going around and getting all the content creators that I could for each team. And you know me, I'll seek out information. If I don't know something, I don't know. But our conversation went a lot deeper, especially after the fact. And I don't know if you've seen, like, I rebranded. Instead of East Coast Gridiron, we're Gridiron Apex now. So like, and that was kind of like the conversation. You were like, man, like I know you're from the East Coast, but you talk everything. So
you
might want to broaden your horizon. So that you were part of that change, man. And like I tell people, you were one of the only dudes that was like, you didn't look at my subscriber count. You were just like, hey, here's my number. If you need anything, you let me know. You text me whenever. I text you the one time we were chopping up about something, but you reshare my stuff from time to time. So yeah, you're a breath of fresh air, to the community. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. I know everybody has their own drama, bro. Like it's crazy. And it's like, how did I get looped into this? And it's just because people, I think at the end of the day, people just truly don't listen to what we're saying. And they can't take an outside perspective about anything. And then when you throw in stuff like, like back here, all the credentials that I got and everything, because I'm out in the street and on the grass, and it's like, You throw that in their face, and they're like, "Oh, you're a know-it-all," and it's like, no,
Exactly. You know what I'm
you can't
saying? And so
win.
it's like, yeah. So that's the thing, bro. It's like Dante, he's certified, he's coach, he's done a lot. So he knows the game of football, right? So it's hard when you're having these lazy conversations. He's looking at it like, you know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't make sense, right? Because it's just your football brain. I think that's for some of us. I can't. Sometimes I might, you know what I'm saying, after a few drinks, I can't turn it off and just be casual all the time besides game day, right? We're very analytical in our approach. It's the same thing with you, but then it comes up, Dante thinks he knows everything or he thinks he's better than me when he's just asking you a simple question like, did you know what that coverage was by chance? Like, did you know, what that actual route concept was by a chance before you want to go blame the quarterback? Like, whose responsibility is it really? So, but I appreciate you, bro. I seen you grow, love your draft content. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, you others just make me proud, bro, because I want to be in a situation where people understand talking football is cool. See what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be
people get way too personal, man. Like, and I don't know if people actually know like what the people that they watch, what are they defined as? Because some of us, like you, boss, I watch your content from time to time. I'm not the biggest commenter of go in the comment section and things like that, but what I'm saying, I know who you are and I know who everybody else is. When I press the subscribe button, it means I truly believe in what you're saying. It's there for a reason. I'm not there just to say I got a million channels that I subscribe to. What's the point of subscribing to a channel if you're actually not getting something from it, in my opinion? But so that's why I like on my channel, I don't ask for it or anything. So, I appreciate what you're doing, and then as soon as you make content like this, like I just had somebody be racist in my comment section, I put them on blast. And I'm like, dude, over a football take, man?
Over a football tweet. That's what I'm saying. So, like, people have gotten so comfortable, bro. And it's like, you don't want to be in a situation where you sit, and I get it. I read books, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot to Mel Robbins, like, let them. But sometimes it's hard to let shit slide, bro. You can get to a point where, like, all right, enough's enough, and I'm seeing it too frequently, and I'm seeing it be condoned, and it just looks a certain way to me. And I just want people to know we see it. So, my dog, appreciate you, man. We got a bunch of people jumping in.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you guys.
Everybody really can find you though, bro, because y'all want some football content. Definitely go follow my dog Dante.
Yeah, man, we've been doing a lot of things. I did draft guides and everything. If you Google Gridiron Apex, our website with the draft guides and all that stuff will pop up, man. I hate you guys for getting Caleb Downs, by the way.
Hey, I mean, disrespect the game, man. You know what I'm saying?
We drafted Nate Borkircher in the first round. So
who's your team though?
Jaguars.
Jags.
Oh, I understand.
We play y'all though, so that'll be a fun little game.
I understand your envy,
that's gonna be fun.
Jags, man, I get it. Like,
hey, man, salute to you guys, man. I'll talk to you later.
What's the name of the channel?
Gridiron Apex.
All right, Gridiron. I'm gonna go there, man, because I like to get game too.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, man. He's one of those ones, man. We gotta do some content soon. Get in the lab, man. Go through the spin.
Yeah, for sure. So, just DM me, man. All right, I'll see you guys. Peace.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna continue bringing the big dogs, man. Got another big dog, man. He needs no introduction, man. Yeah,
what's good, man?
What's up, man?
We got brother lost up in the house. Lost up.
Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, what Jesus said, mention my name, bring the whole city out. You know what I'm saying?
That camera all in my face, but let me zoom out a little bit.
Hey, hit that button one more time, bro. That Trump button.
Look at my African American over here.
Look at my African American. What's good, baby? I'm back, baby.
Hey, what's going on with you, dog? We got royalty in the building, man. Man, let me some fire. There's some fire emojis in the chat for my dog, Law, man.
Yeah. Say my name like 3 times, like Candyman. I'm up in this bug, man.
Yeah, dog. My dog, Law, how you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Hey, got like you said, I was working when you were saying, like, man, I believe Law working. Hey, boss, what you doing tomorrow, man?
Oh, I'm free. What's up?
I got an event tomorrow between 9 and 2. We gonna be speaking with the kids, man.
I'm with it.
You with it?
See?
It's gonna be in Fair Park, Briscoe.
I hit you.
Consider that.
And I know you're gonna have it set up. Got my channel already ready to go.
Tuck. Last year we had Alicia Bungardner.
I know. So it's gonna be that thing?
Yeah,
is that pool party y'all had?
Oh, not that
That-
one, but yeah, it's gonna be something similar, you know.
I need to invite to that pool party. You know what I'm saying? I need to invite to that pool party.
Oh,
dog.
that's
You know
on
what
the
I'm saying?
23rd. On the 23rd of let me see. Here you go, right here.
He ain't
We
playing.
got, we
bro.
got. I'm for real. We
No,
got
he for real.
Lorenz. We got Lorenz.
When is it? When is it? 23rd or what? May?
May the 23rd. Got Lorenz Tate. Got Latoya Luckett. You know, this is what we gonna have.
Oh
Yeah.
man, you know
I'm
what I'm
finna
saying?
put that
I
out.
gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My lean for the summer ain't, you know what I'm saying? We got,
Yeah, it's all white party, but us content creators, you know.
yeah,
Hey,
those CCs, get some CCs in the chat, bro.
Those
Yeah,
CCs. Those
I-
CCs. Hey, listen, and I
told
say
my
this.
guy Clarence, I said, I'm not just a content creator, man. I'm a business
Right.
owner. I'm a media company. But Clarence, my
Right.
guy, I know he says it, but I said, look, man, I'm a media company. You look it up, Law Nation Media. You'll see my name and you'll see all of the things that I've been doing. So I'm beyond just a content creator, by the way. But that's a whole
facts.
nother
And see,
conversation.
I say this with all respect, and I mean this. You know, I got mad one time because I felt like Bobby Belt was trying to come at, like wannabes.
Mhm.
And I got real mad about that. Like, bro, but he said he wasn't talking to us, but before
Okay.
he set that record straight, I went off. And I was like, bro, I don't want to be no bitch. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's not saying all old school media bitches and water carriers.
Right.
You know,
Mhm.
but I really mean this when I say this, bro. And I say this all the time. I want to be Law Nation.
Right.
That's what you want to be. Where
Right.
you can be free, you independent, you get your own sponsors, you making a living off this and a good living off this. He don't have to be filtered at all. He ain't got to cut his hair. He ain't got to
Right.
shake. He ain't got to shuck and jive. He ain't got to
Right.
tap dance. He ain't got to sing the company song. He ain't got to be nice to Pickens. He ain't got to.
Right.
He can be direct and see
Right.
that's our superpower, you know.
Right.
And so that's why I said what I said. It's like it ain't no disrespect because I know some. I like Chill. I know Chill asks hard questions, and I know Chill ain't no bitch. Like I really do know
Right.
that. You know what I'm
the
saying?
hardest part about Chill is, and I'm just being real, there's not a lot of us in there in that
Right.
environment. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
he gotta toe the line, and and then I was like, look, man, you gotta be yourself, man. Don't be worried about that.
Man, Chill
Man,
go hard.
I said, man, hey, you ain't
Chill
lying.
go
Right.
hard, bro.
My guy, we got the bearded warrior in here, man. What's good?
What's going on, guys? How we doing,
What's up?
gents?
What's up?
Everybody
Yeah,
doing well?
We doing good.
Doug,
man.
I'm talking about the whatever that. Are you okay? Are you okay? I saw that back.
Are we
and forth. That
glitching
shit
out?
was
Am I
crazy.
glitching out? Or is it
Oh, I can hear you, Tug. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
our
maybe
dog
so.
Knicks, man? What's going on with you, bro?
What's going on, Just? Can you hear me? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You got me.
Yeah, you hear you good? You good?
Okay. I was going to check in like your boy online. Are you okay? So,
Yeah.
like when, why? That was so random earlier today on that front. But I mean,
I'm
obviously,
good, man.
yeah.
So let me ask you from your lens, Knicks. What do you think it is, bro? Because I know you've
Mhm.
gotten it. You know what I'm saying? I know the
Oh, yeah.
situation that
I've
happened
got
with
death threats.
you, right? They,
Yeah, I've
you know
had
what I'm
death
saying?
threats the whole nine.
But-
Yeah.
Right.
It's Twitter, right? Then that's why I asked earlier in the show. I was like, is it all the platforms that you're getting this push on, or is it just particularly X, right? Is it other platforms that you're getting the same type of what's the word I want there? Behind a fake profile, talking reckless, right? Or is it just X? Is it like all the platforms that y'all are on,
Right.
you're going through those things? Or is it just that lane where it's really heavy on that lane?
I can only speak for me. I would probably say I don't pay much attention to other platforms. Twitter's the main one, right? And I feel like Twitter is not the fake profiles for me personally. It's not the trolls, right? That happens across the board. It's the people who are supposed to be, I don't want to say superiors, but
Right.
what I want to say, contemporaries or whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I see what I'm saying. Like, it's the media
in the industry,
people,
in the industry.
like,
In the industry.
In the
Yeah.
industry.
That's
Right.
also
Right.
honestly, in another way of saying it, they also content creators. Like
Everybody
that's crazy.
content
Right.
creators.
It's like you just do it in
Right.
a different medium, bro. Like
Right.
if
right.
you do content if you write, you do content if you have spaces, you do content if you on
Right.
YouTube. Like YouTube, it's like YouTube is looked at as content creators. It's
Right.
like, no, bro. Oh, hold on.
That's across the
If
board.
you don't know.
No. You got a real good point, man. I think the X app or Twitter, you get more of a pushback on anything, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
anybody can have a blue check mark. Anybody can say, okay, they're
Right.
affiliated with this and that. And I think that kind of watered down Twitter. Twitter used to be
Mhm.
a place where you can go to get real good information. Now it's
Right.
a place about where you can
Right.
go to get real cap stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of people that be fake and phony on Twitter. They run their Twitter miles and stuff, but you see them in a physical form. They just all kind of like fold up like wallets and lawn chairs. So there's a lot of affiliation with Twitter, but the real getting it out of the mud gonna always still be YouTube, gonna always still be Facebook,
Right.
gonna always still be the other platforms outside of Twitter though. Because have you noticed,
Right.
standard, everybody still try to get everybody do their stuff, but they eventually all get back to YouTube. You get what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
YouTube is
Right.
still king. Now TikTok, that's a whole nother animal now. You
Right.
be doing dances on TikTok and do crazy numbers.
Yeah,
For sure.
you know
Yeah.
what
I mean,
I'm
of course.
saying? So
And going back to earlier in the show, it's like you brought up the tweet and I said, shaking my head, you said the extra sauce and all that. But me and him have been going back and forth though. Right. There's one little aspect
you in
can
Rome.
look at and
So
look at
here's the
that. Yeah.
thing: was
And
Rome
so here's
aware of
the-
that?
Yeah, because we went back and forth. Some other people started jumping in. Rome said, "Hey man, I'm gonna bang your line." I said, "Bet, say less. I got you," because there's too much
Right.
going
Okay.
on.
Cool.
And guess what?
Cool.
I never got a call. So I was like, "Oh, it's cool, whatever."
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, from that standpoint, I mean, from me, us going back and forth. I mean, I know everybody. We go back and forth.
Right.
Y'all pull up, I pull up. It really
Right.
ain't a problem. So from my standpoint of
Right.
that, it wasn't nothing extra. Like, come on, Rome. You know what time it is. You know, we had it back and forth the whole nine. And then again, others from the outside started coming in. Rome's like, "Yo, I'm gonna bang your line." I said, "Say less, bro. I got you." And I just wait for the call. We
Right.
just ain't got the call yet. That's all.
Because I think what gets missed in that, Knicks, right? Even if, like, it's me and you, right? Me and you can go back and forth all day. Like me and Professor
Sure.
O, right? Me and Professor O went back and forth this morning, right?
Me and Boss go
But
back and forth
when-
all day.
If
It's
they
all good.
see, right. Like so this is what we do, right? But if some people see the extra, right? Whether it's shaking my head, something's like it's very minimal, right? They decide to take it to a whole different level. You see what I'm saying? So it's like for our standpoint, I think sometimes we can't invite that in, right? Because if I know if I'm going back and forth with you, right? And I say, Nick,
Right.
shut up, you know what I'm saying? Shut your ass up or something like that, right? People
I
who
don't
are
think
anti-Knicks,
shaking my
that
head.
now
Okay, I got you.
But I'm saying, right? I'm just saying, right? Because there are some such a situation, right? Because sometimes it comes off condescending, it comes off snarky, right? And it's hard. I mean, that's why I tell people turn the ring lights on because you can never
Sure.
read through context. You might be laughing
Absolutely.
like, man, shit, man, you know what I'm saying? Wrong, you know what I'm saying? But the context looks different. You see what I'm saying? And you never know how people feel about that. You see what I'm saying? So I think for Rome's standpoint, I know the CC's stuff below, that's what set the ripple effect for him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like the extra. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So that's where I'm at.
Well, here's another thing is though, with Twitter is cliquish. It's like
Right.
you can't disagree with somebody that's already in this space. And
Right.
I seen what let me
generally,
see what old boy said. DMV, I think he said it. He said that nobody would call Brian Broaddus or Jeff Kavanaugh content creators, right? So during the draft process, there may be a situation whereas I have a difference of opinion of someone, right?
Mhm.
And if I say it, I didn't even know where it came from. But now all of a sudden I'm a hater. You know what I'm saying? Or you hating on Brian Broaddus on his work and all of this stuff. And they say, well,
for sure.
they look at a lot of film law and blah, blah, blah. I said, well, shit, I look at film too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I played the game, you played the game, we all played the game. We can have a difference of opinion, but we can still be in the same lane. And just because someone did it probably longer than you in that space doesn't mean that they always right too, you know. So that's just how this Cowboys world is too, by the way.
Yeah,
Right.
CC's.
So I think we got Marcus Mosher to actually pull up. All right, we're gonna see.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But
I'm
so
finna
yeah,
go
so I just think
crazy on
that's
Marcus
the
Mosher. Did he come in the house? I so hope Marcus Mosher that came in the house because me and him.
I think that's his account. You know what I'm saying? I
I
posted the link.
so
Post the link
hope,
again.
I so hope Marcus Mosher for the I like Marcus.
You
Like,
might-
no, like,
Nah, he
but
pulled it. I mean, we've been in spaces
Marcus,
before.
get
You see what I'm
up
saying?
in here, man.
Hey, get up in here.
Yeah.
Because it's a whole lot of
Listen.
football, man. You need to talk about.
So it's going to ask you to bring his colorful charts.
I mean, I know he probably got something colorful. You know what I'm saying? He'll hit us with something. But I think but my question is, right, this is how it should be handled. Right. I don't the back and forth. All right, here you go. Is it
There
right
we
here?
go. Get up in here, Marcus Marshall. Get your.
Oh, look at my
All
African
right, let me see.
American.
Hold on. Do
over
I gotta, yeah, hold on.
Stupid.
Let me do this. Hold on. Let me
Yeah.
do
Get in
this.
here,
Hold on. I think I gotta
Get up in here, man.
I
We share the same name.
gotta
and
create a
everything,
different
damn it.
layout. Hold up.
You got-
Let me,
you got-
In here.
You gotta switch it around, huh? Yeah.
yeah,
You know,
I
I get to pressing these buttons over here. Boss know how it goes.
Oh man, I do.
hold on, let me see. Let me
I
see.
do. Oh man, keep. Hey. Yeah,
Hold on,
hey.
hold on.
Oh
Let
my
me see,
God.
let me see.
man.
Let's
Man,
see.
get him up in here.
Get him
man.
up in
I don't know
here,
if I
man.
can-
Marcus up in here, man.
He's-
You know what? I haven't.
Hold on,
I
man. I'm
haven't
trying to.
went
I
over-
gotta fly this plane. Norm,
Man,
Man,
Come
that-
on,
that's
man.
why you doing that?
Hold on.
I'm talking to Boston Knicks, man.
Hey,
Hey,
you're a pro. Law.
yeah, go
You're a
ahead.
pro.
Go ahead. Y'all drive. Y'all
Hey,
drive.
we
I'll
got-
fly.
we got you.
We got you. We know how to
Yes,
rock.
as long as you're not a Spirit airline,
Yeah, go ahead
over
and
here,
fly,
we
man.
Oh, wait,
okay.
you might get dropped.
You get dropped off or something. All right,
Yeah,
so
hold on,
how
hold on.
y'all
Let me-
feel about the draft, man? Because I haven't even talked to y'all about the damn draft. We can start off with
This shit
the
gonna this shit looks ugly.
undrafted guys, or you want to talk about the drafted guys? Well, yeah, Knicks, which one you want to talk about, man?
This looks ugly.
Let's go to
hold
day
on.
3. Can we go to day 3 real quick?
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah,
let's go to day 3 because I think as we were going through the process live and covering it,
Man.
I felt like, oh, it's going to be offense. I felt like it's going to be offensive tackle. I thought it was
Right.
going to be cornerback. Although I thought it was going to be crown over, and I thought it was going to be Malik Muhammad. And then threw a
Okay.
little curveball there with Sheldon, and then it came back with Moore. And
Right.
look, I ain't gonna lie, in real time, I was like, look, I know Sheldon. I watched Sheldon. I went through Sheldon.
Right,
Moore,
right.
guess what? I didn't do no work on Moore live. There was like, hey, what about Moore? I was like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I do
Hold
not
on.
know. I didn't do
Yeah.
nothing on him.
Let me do
Love to
this.
catch
Let
up
me do
on
this.
what he did, and I'll go over the boss because
Yeah.
obviously former cornerback and everything when it comes to Moore, 6'3", healthy on the back end. We learned that about him, right? What do you see from Moore as an outside corner and what do you see from there? But I'm excited about Sheldon on the idea that Riley wanted him for a very long time and said he
Right.
finally got him, which is really cool as well, too. Some more competition with the tackle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shelton gonna be okay, but Moore, I think he gonna have some refinery work. But boss, go ahead, give me your thoughts on Moore first.
Well,
Yeah.
with
There we
Moore,
go.
I did do work on Moore,
Mhm.
and I didn't put any stars by him. So people
Okay.
that bought my books, 3-star is like the top, and then if you
Right.
like exceptional, I give you 4. And so
Okay.
maybe 4 people a year I give 4 stars to. So that lets you know how rare it is. And Downs was somebody who got 4 stars to let y'all know. Like he was one of them in my book that got 4 stars.
Right.
Yeah.
So I didn't give any stars to him, but I wanted him because of the traits. And I said,
Okay.
and what I specifically put in my notes, I said he's the type of guy that if you're a teacher like Parker, you want him because of the traits.
Mm.
So, and you want to be able to get your hands on him and you want to be able to mold him. So Moore is super moldable. He has all the twitch, but with a big frame that, that won't even take him long to be molded.
We lived through this moment before with the Israel Mukumu. We lived with this with Nashawn Wright. Is he anywhere close or far away from those boys? Do
He's
you see
twitchier.
upside? He's
He's
twitchier.
twitchier. He's definitely twitchier, definitely quicker. Like he's somebody that like a good technical coach is gonna make a miracle out of him, and then fast too. Because see, corner is something that if you can teach it, it don't take like tackle and defensive ends where it take 3 years, right?
Right.
It's one of those things you could tell people little things that it make epic differences to their game, technical wise. So he's gonna turn quick if Parker and that cornerback coach or the coaches is what they say they are.
No doubt, no doubt.
All right, so we're gonna introduce someone to the show. We got Marcus. You know what I'm saying? What's up, bro? You
Marcus.
pulled up, man. Little late. But, you know what I'm saying? What's
Yeah,
going on with you,
yeah.
man?
By the way, Marcus, you got the best name in the world.
I know. His mic is muted. The mic is muted. Hold on, let's get this right.
Last name.
All right, we're good now. We got the
No,
best
we
name in the
good
world.
now.
There he is.
Yeah,
You gotta,
yeah.
you gotta.
Last
Once you hear the story of how Marcus got his name, it's actually hilarious, man.
Would you like to hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
remember this story.
Okay,
My dad really liked the Raiders, so he named me after Marcus Allen, who happens to be a running back. So for the rest of my life, I've been carrying around this name that's attached to one of the greatest running backs of all time. So it kind of had to make it part of the persona. Just hating running backs all the time. It fits. I like it.
Hey,
They
I
got the running back.
can I get a story in too? Guess what got me loving football? I remember the day I fell in love. It was watching the Raiders when he won a Super Bowl. Marcus Allen. That was literally the day I fell in love with football. I'm gonna tell y'all a story. It's crazy. Man. I was sick, and I kept hearing my name, Marcus. So I run, and my whole family they rooting around the TV, Marcus. and it's 1985, and Marcus is running. And
showing your age, bro.
And I wanted. I know. Hey. But I wanted that feeling. So anyway, that's crazy.
Yeah. At least you're a Raiders fan, though.
I just got to talk to Jay Tuck real quick because.
Go ahead, man. Let's get straight
to it.
Because he was all upset this morning. I was drinking my coffee. I was having my breakfast, right? And I see the tweet that he sends out about George Pickens. Now, listen, we all have different opinions on Pickens, on the trade value. I've made mine pretty clear. I just don't think he's got a lot of trade value. And then Tuck tells me to jump on the live stream. Listen, I got 3 young kids under 4. I can't come on at 5:00 Eastern time.
We could have adjusted the time. Oh, you're so flexible.
That's why I waited till now to come on. And I had to get my ring light set up as you were so concerned.
There you go, man. The ring light. Yeah, it's not too bad, man.
Anybody that watches the Locked On Cowboys podcast knows we do a podcast every single day. So it's a nice camera. We got the ring lights. The setup is fine. It's just the time was the only thing.
Oh, okay. All right, man. So talk to me about this George Pickens thing. What did I say that was so egregious that got to you?
Nothing. I mean, I think part of the problem is that you can't really tell tone, right? And
right.
I'm not. Listen, we all have our opinions towards it, so it's not that big of a deal. I just don't think Pickens has the trade value that I think a lot of Cowboy fans are hoping for. Like when they saw that Jalen Waddle trade go down this offseason, they all assumed, hey, if Waddle's getting a 1 and a 3, how come Pickens isn't? And I really, really wish it was just based on talent. Unfortunately, it's not. It's contract, right? You're really trading for a contract more than trading for the player. And with A.J. Brown has 4 years left on his deal. Jalen Waddle, I think, had 3 years left on his deal. Teams are very hesitant to give away draft capital and pay a guy $40 million a year.
Right.
I just think that's why a trade has never been realistic for Pickens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mark,
so
Mark, let me say this, Jay Tuck, let me just say this. But the reports are zero interest.
Yeah.
That's it's one-sided. It's just one-sided.
The way Marcus said it was right. He said it right.
And I agree, right? Yeah. I think with the tag that suppresses George Pickens' market, right? But the way it's being addressed is that there's zero interest, nothing available, no one wants him because of the off the field stuff in Pittsburgh. That's what I'm trying to fight. And honestly, Marcus, the reason why I mentioned AJ Brown was because I'm not even talking about AJ Brown now from Philly, but I'm talking about if you go back to when he was in Tennessee, it was kind of a similar situation when Philadelphia traded for AJ Brown after 3 years when he was on his contract year, right? And he went over to Philadelphia. So it's the kind of the same thing if you look from a statistical standpoint, but Philly didn't say, hey, you have more to prove, right? Or more to show us going back to what happened in Tennessee, right? They brought over AJ Brown, they traded for him, and they signed him to an extension. So I'm saying that's a similar situation. But what I'm saying is, I understand George Pickens, right? Is he worth 2 first-round picks and a brand new contract that's going to be top of the market? Probably not. That suppresses him. But I feel like people are acting like nobody wants George Pickens because he's damaged goods because of what happened in Pittsburgh. I just hate that narrative, if that makes sense.
Yeah, not the case. From where I'm looking at, outside looking in, I don't think it has anything to do with George Pickens, the person. I don't think it has anything to do with George Pickens, the talent. It's more exactly how Marcus put it. It's more who's going to give up potentially 2 first-round picks and pay him X amount of dollars. You know what I'm saying? That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
So
the other side. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But does that does that bode well for the Cowboys as far as contract negotiations? I mean, I'm asking you guys. You guys are the residents here.
I mean,
Dallas.
yeah.
I got downs.
I
I
mean,
got
the-
downs on that.
I got,
I
But I think
mean,
the other side though there is Tennessee didn't really soil AJ's name before the trade. Pittsburgh definitely soiled Pickett's name before that. Because remember this time last year where the Cowboys traded a third, the league said we were absolutely crazy for trading a third for Pickens. At the time.
Right.
Right.
Oh,
Now, it's crazy how a year changes that narrative, right? Within that
right.
spectrum, right? And now
Right.
the cow, and where it is. But also, I think the other thing that's been lost in the sauce, something I've tried to really talk about extensively. Boston, you've been in the space. We had this conversation before too. Is that they don't have to trade him for 2 firsts, right? They can negotiate, pull the tag, and trade him for something else. Right. I think that's kind of been lost throughout the process here. And then now we get the snippet, whether we want to buy it or not, right? The snippet is during the draft, his agents, his team did some poking around. They decide what was best for business is to sign the tag. Now, where does it go from there? We'll see, right? But it's just crazy. Like, we're a year later, and the Cowboys were the only team that was crazy enough, and we got bashed for that pick, and then trading that pick to get him. And now the value side, and whoever's reporting there's no value. I mean, we know that. I mean, that's tongue. Come on,
Right. And so-
There-
and
yeah,
I think
there's
that's
value
what
for him. It's just
we're
what is the
fighting
value?
against, right?
And that's the
The
problem,
way
right?
that
Go
the
ahead,
way
sorry.
it's being presented, there's no value, there's no market for him, right? It's just like, no, with the tag, I understand it, right? Paying George Pickens top of the market money, right? I would be a little bit skeptical about that because I'm not so it depends on the team and the situation. So I understand. I just hate that because what fans hear is nobody wants him. There's no market. So Dallas was the only place he can go, but they're leaving out is probably due to that tag and also a team making the Cowboys an offer that they actually want for George Pickens. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think
and here's the other thing
out.
though, Chuck, that I don't like how the Cowboys handle this particular part of it. If you're gonna keep him, why release all of this information anyhow? Pickens been late for meetings. You don't have to announce that. That's in-house stuff, or Pickens this and that. He still have some small character problems. You don't have to release that information if you're going to keep him anyway.
But
So
are they?
it just-
But are they releasing that? Because we really haven't heard. It's been more speculation right now. We know that he got benched in the Raiders,
game, right?
Yeah, and we
Right.
know that Lions game that was on prime time was pretty rough. But I don't. This doesn't feel like a
smear
Micah
campaign?
Parsons. It doesn't feel like the Micah Parsons where a lot of this stuff was getting leaked. I think this is coming from more outside people rather than the Cowboys.
Well, we have to
wanna
figure
throw
out
some real
though,
quick-
internally though. 1 second, we have to figure out internally is how did we go from hey Pickens is our guy, we just franchise tagged him because we don't want anyone to take him from us to we ain't negotiating nothing. He's
That's the
playing on the
thing.
back. So we skipped something in that story. Like it went from they're working on negotiations to a hard. We're not negotiating. He's playing on the tag, and we're aware. So there must have been a conversation piece in between where Dave may have mentioned the price tag or something. But I think that's the missing piece of the story that we haven't figured out because it went
That's
from
something
hey,
we
we're
probably
working on
won't
it
hear.
to a hard no. He's playing on the tag. Period. Deal with it.
Well, and this was always going to be hard out of the gate, though.
Chuck. Either way is unacceptable because there's no way, even if he leaked out a number that you say we're not negotiating anymore. That we all know we know the game. Whether you bought a car, you bought a G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip. We know how the game goes when you bought it. We know you start high, I start low. We meet in the middle, so we know how that goes. So to just eliminate talking together is the major elephant in the room that us as content creators and the media, to me, are failing. Because see, that's the real breakdown right now. It's the fact that they're saying we're not even open to talk. Let me give a perfect example. Everybody know that Diggs should have commanded top of the market corner money. We all know that, right? 11 interceptions, was shutting down number ones week in and week out. PFF lied on him when they said he gave up 1,000 yards. Clear lie, right? You can look at the film. It's so easy to see. You can't shut down Jefferson, DJ Moore, AJ Brown, D. Smith, get a pick on him, take it to the house, and Mike Evans, and then give up 1,000 yards. We know that's a lie. But yet he was team friendly. Why? He was willing to talk. And he was willing to take a deal. So if the Joneses is not willing to talk, that's setting up, to me, Pickens to potentially become malcontent. And people that really watched him in Pittsburgh know that's creating a time bomb that none of us should want in 2026.
Right.
I agree, but I disagree slightly only because I mean, I think like Tuck, you alluded to it. I think there's a conversation that happened in between this that brought it to him signing the tag. I mean, first it was yeah, well, we want to keep him long term, but then we go straight to we're not going to, and I think that has something to do with the fact that when he was set to sign the tag during the draft and he didn't. I think that like the reports just came out saying that he was shopped around just to see what his numbers would be across the league. I think that probably had something to do with it, and a conversation ensued.
Go ahead, Nix or Marcus. Are there?
No, they're good.
I just think the Cowboys hold all the leverage here, and this is such a different situation than Micah last year because the NFL. There was a piece that came out by Bob McGinn in the 2022 draft where NFL scouts ranked Pickens as the most talented receiver in that class. But he said 12 different teams that now had him out completely off their draft board. There was an article by Bruce Feldman of The Athletic who said over half the teams in the league had him out off their draft board. George Pickens was fined over $200,000 by the Steelers during the 2023 season for being late to meetings. And that stuff is all reported to the NFLPA. So it's out there and all these teams can see it. Like this isn't something that just is hidden behind closed doors. They put him available on the trading block after the 2024 season. And according to Jonathan Jones of CBS, not a single team called Pittsburgh from February until April. The Cowboys called after the draft in May. They traded a 3rd round pick. He had a huge year on a cheap contract, and now he's ready to get paid, but there's no team in the league that wants to give this guy a long-term contract without him being in the building first. I talked to a team that has a huge wide receiver need, and I asked, if Pickens was available on the open market, what would your team pay? And he laughed at me about the idea of even bringing Pickens into their locker room at any price. And I think that's the overall point is his reputation is so bad around the rest of the league that the idea of even one 1st round pick and giving him $38 million a year is just totally off the table. And that's why I think this thing, honestly, for both sides makes all the sense in the world. Let him play on the franchise tag, keep restoring that reputation. And I think if he has one more really good year on and off the field, you will see the Cowboys give him a long-term deal.
You can't restore that, right? Because here's the thing. NFL teams don't care. Let's be honest, Marcus. Right? Deshaun Watson had all those situations going on in Houston, and then when he went to Cleveland, he got traded and they paid him. They don't care. Stephon Diggs has been a menace off the field in real issues.
Right.
Teams, so there's always going to be a market.
Antonio Brown,
I mean, not to quote, famous Allen Iverson, we're talking about practice, not arrests, not bar fights, not people who've been driving drunk and all sorts. Like we're talking about practice. So you mean to tell me just because George Pickens has been late to practice, every team is just out on this one particular player? But we've seen numerous situations where wide receivers, diva wide receivers, that's done a whole lot worse. They've had a market.
I had one coach tell me one time, I can deal with a bad guy off the field if he shows up to practice and does his job. And I know that's not fair. It's really, really not fair because I don't believe that George Pickens is a bad dude by any stretch. Just to be clear, he seems like a really genuine kid who loves football. But there are coaches that really care about being 5 minutes early to meetings, not being late to the first couple reps of practice. And that matters more, unfortunately, than whether you're a woman beater off the field to them.
Yeah, and I will say, though, like, where I'm torn on that, Marcus, is when you hear the overwhelming, glowing praise that came from Dallas as well.
Right.
So it's like I can't see how somebody can't see Pittsburgh as a sour grape organization, especially when you see what Nick said when he was like, they was openly like, man, we fucked that up. Like we really messed that up.
Here's the crazy part. He's not
So
the only
it's like-
wide receiver that was disgruntled in Pittsburgh.
Right.
Right.
No, I know.
It's one of those, it's
It's a
like
known thing.
you can't go get DK, right? And then be
Right.
like, well, we just out on Pickens.
Yeah.
Because see, the praise from Dallas, like when you look at all the clips that Jerry said, great teammate, A+,
Right.
far exceeded all of our expectations. And not just one quote. We talking about every week.
Yeah,
And
Shot
then
even. Yeah,
Okay.
Shotty, we love
few
it.
games that you could point to him and say, what about the low play on Detroit? And then you talk to Shotty, then you talk to Jerry. Both of them say the exact same thing. I look at the body of work, man. Everybody gonna have a bad moment, even when they bring up, like when you talk about being late, right? Like what did Shotty say and Jerry say? Hell, I'm late, right? So
Yeah, right.
I do agree, Marcus. We know how football is. You got them tight wads, you got the tight wad GMs, the tight wad coaches, but
Right.
then you got the shotties out there. Like they're fools. I'm taking him. Y'all can be Mr. Boy Scout. I'm taking a talent.
Right. And we've seen it, right? We have been the benefactors of that, right? Terrell Owens doing, Randy Moss, right there. We've seen Antonio Brown, right? Went to the Raiders and said, I'm not playing because of his helmet. So y'all mean to tell me late to practice, though, that's the end all be all deal breaker where the league is completely out of you.
Yeah. Well, there's just more things there that there's just more things that happen besides like to practice though. One, but I think also too, where they're looking at it, and these are the conversations we're just not privy to between the Cowboys front office, obviously his team of agents and everything in that realm. And I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if he was to play on the tech the next 2 years, he's going to make the fourth most amount of money of any wide receiver in the league. Which is crazy, right? So think about that. And guess who's gonna be right in front of me? Lamb. I mean, so they're back to back in there, and that's including JSN's new number, like from that standpoint. So they are like 27 is up to the sneeze at, but for us, we always talk about this in general, man. Hey man, we want the players always want that guarantee, right? You want that safety net, right? Because you never know what's going to happen within that spectrum. So even when we bring up these other guys that were disgruntled here and there, the problem was they just had a little bit longer of time of showing things on the field where teams are more comfortable with it. Is that fair? No, it's not fair, right? But we understand how this league can move at times and how it operates. I do think if he goes through this season and everything's good, the Cowboys are either going to recoup more than a third round pick or they're going to drop a big time deal on him.
Yeah. We got a super chat.
Yeah, we got super chat.
Lou
Appreciate
in
the
the
super
building
chat.
too.
Yeah,
I'd love to get it done, though. You know what I'm saying? We got till July 15th. I'd love to get it done.
Facts, right? So it's excuse for the Joes to not sign Pickens to a long-term deal. Jerry doesn't want to deal with these agents, and he's not a problem child.
Well,
see, that's
the thing. I was going to say this. Hold on, Quavius. Hold on. I just want to say this too, though, with the advisory of Pickens. Now, between us 7 that's in this building right now, I'm just talking to y'all 7, all of us together. All the people that's watching right now, please close your ears. He's going to be advised, that knee hurt. Hey,
of course, he gonna hold in.
Go ahead and sit this out. Back tweaking.
Tell us more about that, because I feel like that's the divide in Cowboys Nation right now. Some people are popping champagne. He's on the tag. He's good to go. He's going to be there every day. He's going to go full Dak Prescott mode. But some of us are skeptical on the next move, right?
Sources close to law that spoke to someone that's representing a lot of things said, hey, if that's happening, that calf muscle that hurt a little bit, we ain't playing. We ain't finna get out there and risk that injury.
The problem is with that.
Go ahead.
The problem is this is not like Micah Parsons. I'm going to keep saying this because there's not the demand for George as there was for Micah, right? Micah could do that stuff, and there was still going to be teams willing to give up 2 first-round picks, no problem at all.
Well, that's because of positional value, though, Marcus. That's not the same.
That too. But I also think
plays edge.
The reputation that Pickens had in college, coming into the draft at Pittsburgh, is going to follow him for the rest of his career. So things like that, I don't think are going to play well for the next team that wants to give him $40 million, or he wants a $40 million contract, right?
So Marcus, you said it's going to follow him for the rest of his career, but how is one more good year in Dallas going to escape?
Because I think if he does it in Dallas, it will be the Cowboys that give him that deal. I think.
Okay.
I think for the Cowboys, they just want to see growth as a professional. Honestly, I think it has nothing to do with him on the field, because I don't think any of us 7 have any doubts that he is on the field is worthy of $37-38 million a year.
Right.
Marcus,
And this is
Marcus, why did they hesitated to pay CD?
I mean, they did hesitate a ton, right? They still paid him before the 5th-year option, right? But I also think CD had a lot more leverage than what George has, is because he wanted to be one of the highest paid receivers in the league. He knew that money was coming to him regardless. I just don't know. To me, getting paid in August versus June isn't that big of a deal.
Why did they hesitate to play Mike? Why did they hesitate to pay Dak Prescott?
Well, I think that the more we learn about that situation, that looks like it's more on the Dak side. Is Dak knew that if he kept betting on himself, he was going to end up making way more money, and it ended up working. We had the podcast with Todd France in Athletes First, where they talked about all the creative things they did to try to get more money out of the Cowboys.
Yep.
I think the Cowboys could have been more proactive, but I also don't think Dak was in a hurry to sign a contract either.
And then
he had the skin for it,
and
to wait out.
And my issue is like, we all got sources and stuff. We know that Pickens ain't the only one that's late. Like we know Zeke that got paid, right? We know that he wasn't the when it comes, it's more so about what you do on the field, especially in that, right?
100%, 1,000%, man.
And then it's something very wrong with what they did to CD, because when you look at the pattern, when you hold these contracts out and they get paid late and they have to hold out, there's generally also an injury that comes with that, which also happened to Micah. Right, that's a pattern. Like Zach Martin, when he held out, wasn't Zach Martin. Yeah. Right. So like Dallas pays for this. Like they really do pay for this. There's also a morale thing too. Right. So you can't sit up here and praise him all year. Just praise him, and he's a teammate, the ultimate competitor, and all this kind of stuff. When it's time to him be rewarded, you say, "I'm not even gonna talk to your representation." Like, what kind of message does that send to the other guys that want to be enumerated? Like, that's the worst message in the world. You taking away all incentive for people that really play this game for incentive, So it's one of those things to where if Dallas is looking at, we need one more year for him to be more of a professional, then you're so full of shit, because you took on Haley. Like you took on Charles Haley. Like you had a whole White House that was full of debauchery, right? That y'all knew about.
Different league though, the way it's covered in America. It's a different league now.
Hey man, when Michael Irvin stabbed his teammate in the neck with a parachute over
Hey, Tuck, see if you can pull that up, Tuck. See if you can pull that up, Tuck. I got it right here.
Let me see. All right.
Yeah. Okay. That was all of the fines from George Pickens.
Also, Marcus, that was good info on that though.
Yeah.
Like very good background info on that though. Like, got to give you credit. That was a good punch.
Yeah. That's every fine. There's every fine from George Pickens.
And these are just the on-field fines. The report from Jonathan Jones at CBS Sports, these were all fines for just being late. And Mike Tomlin has such a positive reputation around the league that when he gives up on a player like he did with George Pickens, that even further hurts the guys. Yeah. And again, this part is not Pickens' fault. But I think what happened to Antonio Brown, Martavis Bryant, Juju Smith-Schuster, Chase Claypool, all those guys failing and kind of burning out in other situations, I don't think has helped George Pickens at all. And again, that's not his fault, but he's paying for the sins of those receivers as well.
That's fair.
I think that definitely has a bit to do with it. I mean, again, like you don't hear about disgruntled wide receivers in any of the other prominent areas. Well, maybe AJ Brown now, but Pittsburgh is where they all come from.
AJ Brown was disgruntled in Tennessee.
No, I get that AJ Brown. You know what I'm saying?
Like, it's not even that. This is why, honestly, Marcus, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is my pushback. I'm gonna be honest with you. Because I think disgruntled receivers happen all the time, and they all have a common thing. And we keep ignoring the common thing. A receiver they are one of the most selfish people on the planet. That's because their entire position is meant to be selfish.
That's right.
Like they don't contribute to the team unless they're being selfish. You know
they're dependent. They're dependent on the quarterback.
Yeah. All of it. If the quarterback is bad, this is when you get a disgruntled receiver. So I know all these reports and everything that's coming from Pittsburgh. Where is Pittsburgh's ownership and them mishandling the transition from Big Ben Roethlisberger?
I mean,
There
I've been
it
on
is.
that train for a while.
There it
I
is.
do my best all the time to talk about how bad that Pittsburgh organization is. So I'm with you there, Lou. I am.
I've always said Pittsburgh don't give a damn about all.
It's not even that. Like, because I just got done doing the video. I did my research. That year, when the year they got George Pickens, they had a transition point for Dwayne Haskins, and he unfortunately passed away. And they made a panic pick and got Kenny Pickett. They were panicking, and they threw the receiver into that. And we're complaining about him missing or not, being on the same page or having
He
problems.
wasn't
with the
even top
quarterback.
25 in targets.
You know what I'm saying? And he was sharing targets with a Deontay Johnson, who was actually more of a nuisance than him. I would argue.
You're 100%
one is in the
right.
league, and one is
He
not.
was.
You know what I'm saying?
Marcus, real quick, who was the CBS guy? Because I need to go look at that.
Jonathan Jones.
Jonathan Jones. Okay, let me look him up too. While we doing
Thank you.
that too, by the way, what you think the market will be for George Pickens for next year?
Next year, this year.
Assuming that he has a similar year as he had next year, I do think it's going to be a lot stronger. I think if he can just toe the line the way he did for the most part this year, you're going to see teams be more willing to give him a deal, probably in that $37, $38 million range. However, and I think I talked this on Twitter, it feels like just the vibe that talking to people is that this is a player that you want to date and not necessarily marry. And I was talking to Sigmund Bloom. You guys might know him on Twitter, but this is a guy that seems, who seems destined to be kind of a 1 or 2 year rental and bounce from team to team. Now that's really, really unfortunate. And I hope it doesn't happen. I hope he's with the Cowboys, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's kind of a mercenary who's having to take these 1 year deals.
Do you think the hesitancy to pay Pickens is more financial than is because this is what because I'm gonna be honest, this is what I think is going from not financial as he don't or I think he more than deserves the money. This is the problem. This is what no one is talking about. CeeDee Lamb can come back to the table next year.
That's right. And it'll be wise if the Cowboys do something too, because if you get the guaranteed money, Lamb got a hundo. What did JSN got for us guarantee? Forget the APY. Y'all putting APY.
It was like 120.
120. So between
next right around the corner.
Right.
And what did Waddle get for his guarantees? What 60, 70?
I gotta see. Yeah.
So we like
Pickens leaving a lot of because I don't buy the tag point. To your point, Law, I don't buy that tag as a blessing. That tag is a curse.
It's a
and
curse.
He knows it. Like when you go look at most of the signing bonuses for these new receivers, is more than the tag itself. That's not even including the guarantee. So it's like there's no way. It's like to me, it's almost like we playing with fire. If he was so nice in Dallas, if he was so much the ultimate competitor, if he was so like just Pittsburgh was so wrong. I don't know what was wrong with Pittsburgh over her. Dak loves him. Where you marry him. Now I see other teams might want to date him, but you done dated him. You dated him, and you know what he is, and you screamed about it, and you cried about it, and you was loud about how you loved him week in and week out, and you got to the altar, you got cold feet, man, and you holding it over his head, because it just Marcus and everybody else, it gives me a smell, right, when you over here like, especially when Steven said it's time.
It's time.
It's the time. It's
like,
the
timing. Yeah, that's what stuck in my mind. Cause I forgot who brought it to my mind. I'm like, oh, you right. CD can come back to the table. Yeah. And like right now, if we paid him, okay, we have what 80 million contributed to two guys, or you don't like on an APY. Yes. We can mess around and be getting closer and closer to that 100.
Right.
And Steve, this is where I think his sentiments are. He's always a guy that's looking in the future. I think that's. I think right now we using the behavior as an excuse. It's right there. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy.
But you praise him too much. I could see if they was on her like, well, Shotty, we know how he is about culture. Like he'll give you a good player if they're not a culture fit. Man, Shotty was up there making the most excuses.
Here's my concern about him being on the tag, y'all, is because now every mistake, every play he takes off is going to be magnified by 1,000.
That's the point.
Hey,
the honeymoon phase is over, right? So now it's, I think he's been taking plays off. Wait, is he?
Is he?
showing some fresh? The body language.
Other
Yeah.
theory.
Hey, Jay
He
Tuck.
wasn't rooting on
Jay
his
Tuck.
teammates doing preseason.
Right. Hey, my biggest fear is 3rd and 11. Dak Prescott drops back, Pickens wide to earth open, and he finds Schoonmaker for the touchdown. Hey,
Yeah.
he gonna be like, hey, Dak. You know,
Right.
that's my money, man.
Right.
That guy good. Hey, that
I
guy
have a
up there,
theory.
he's good.
Can we also take into account that maybe it's the woes of the defense of last year as to why we can't pay George why they won't pay George right now. The woes of the defense last year are trying to get everything back in order. You know what I'm saying? Whatever money that they spent.
We haven't. What's the big free acquisitions that we spent big money on defensively?
We don't pay defense. I'm saying that right now.
Jalen
We don't
Thompson.
pay
I
defense.
mean,
don't pay defense.
Well, we did pay Jalen Thompson.
That's
now,
about
granted, it's not an
Yeah.
exorbitant amount of money.
Yeah.
It's not 100 guaranteed.
Right.
But to think that we're still not trying to at least bolster our defense would be foolish, don't you think?
No, if we paid him, we would actually have more money to spend on the defense.
I feel
We were
I feel-
right now that 28
Yeah.
million. This is why I hate the tag. The tag is such a we use
It's
in
a
a very
deterrent
dumb
to
way.
build.
I hate it because it's 28 million right now that we cannot touch.
I get that. And that's part of why I'm saying it. Like by giving him this tag. Now, mind you, we still have until July 15th to get a deal done.
Yeah.
So
Bring
I
him
mean,
in.
it's
He's not
only May.
talking.
It's only May. We still got 2 months to get a deal done.
But that's the problem. That's Boss said. They're
But
not
like Boss
talking.
said, they're not talking. They're
We
not
need them to
negotiating.
They're not talking to his agent.
Do we like we're the CCs? We're the OnlyFans models, right? So
Don't do that.
You know what I'm saying? We're like, do we know that? Do we know that they're not just because?
Well,
They said it.
Hold
Go
on.
ahead,
We've
Angry.
heard
So
Gary and Stephen Jones lied to us 1,000,001 times.
Bro,
1,000,001
they
times.
telling the truth on that, bro.
so
They
when Gronk,
are absolutely telling the truth. Because listen, bro.
Go ahead, Angry.
I'm be quick, Angry, and I know you got it, Angry. My bad. I gotta address that though, bro. Because we can't give front office no pass. David Mulligetta said before the combine that I'm going to try to speak with Jerry Jones. Okay, so the combine goes, and then Jerry sit on that bus and ask Jerry, "Hey, you talk to David?" I've never talked to him a day in my life. That is first of all a lie. Because wasn't that the guy that you said
Told him
told
shove
you
it up his
stick up
ass.
your ass?
That-
Now, you said he said that to you, but now you want to say, see, it's like this avoidance, and like nobody's addressing the avoidance that Dallas is doing. So it's like, and that's the crazy part, because what if Pickens knows he's in a tight situation because of Pittsburgh, and he like, listen, I come down off my price. My market value is a number one, is a $40 million market price. That's the price of a number one right now, at least on APY. So I know that. So Dallas is a good place to meet. I come down to 37. That can't even happen if they're not even open to listening to David. So even if he want to come down and give them a discount, a reputation discount, they can't do it because they are closing the door. And that's what's not being.
But what if they had the
Right.
conversation? But what if they had
Hold
the
on. Let
conversation?
Angry cook. Go ahead, Angry. Go ahead, Angry. I know
no,
you're trying to jump in.
what I'm just trying to say is like in chronological order, when did it come whenever Stephen Jones, I can't remember actually who said it, but they said that conversations had been cordial between the two. I believe it was
That
Stephen
That was
Jones.
around the draft interviews, wasn't it?
It was like
They
right
said
before
the
the
same
draft.
interview. It was
Same
a
interview, yeah,
pre-draft
same one,
interview. They
pre-draft
said
interview,
today.
yeah, same one.
So the same one they said we was cordial was the same one they said we not talking to him about long-term contracts. The very same, the same
Right.
press conference.
When Jerry stepped away with Bill to do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Little,
it was the
okay.
Bill.
That's
They
right.
talking to David. They done deal with David. Like David's other people agents on
Right.
the team. The problem
Malik
is that,
Hooker.
is when George Pickens
Jalen
name come up,
Thompson.
they're like, well,
Yeah.
that's
Lock.
been our time. That's what they're doing right
But
now.
the reason why I asked the question that I asked and framed it the way that I framed it, right? If you go back a couple of interviews with Stephen Jones, where he kind of snapped out and was like, "Bro, I already answered the question. I'm not talking about George Pickens. Bro, I already answered the question.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about George Pickens." The reason why I say I think what they're saying about we're not talking to anybody is because they're frustrated with constantly talking about George Pickens. So the easiest way to kill all that noise, bro, we're not having no talks with nobody. He's playing on a franchise tag. That's all there is to it. That's
crazy.
that's
That's
just
crazy.
how I perceive it. That's
Yeah,
just
that,
how I
that would be
perceive it.
crazy on their
Everybody
part.
else can
Mhm.
perceive it a completely different
Yeah, I
way.
get you.
But
Like,
how I perceive it is,
because see, you know what? To your point, if you're so tired of talking about George Pickens, you can just stop talking altogether. Like most
Right.
GMs and owners do.
Yeah.
Like you could go and leave it to your head coach and get out and stop being P Diddy. If you
I
so
agree.
tired, like you can decide I'm not going to take what. And see, this is the thing about that's disingenuous. Like you shoot down the questions that helps Pickens, but then you leak the information that hurts Pickens. So you the one that put out there, hey, there's no market for him. Like we haven't given him. It's like, why would I even believe you? Like, because aren't you the one that said it's not beneficial and it does nobody any good for us to talk about this Pickens situation? But you talk all the time when it's to take his leverage. So you just talked the other day to Mad Dog Radio. You the one that came out there and said we expect him to be there.
I got the footage, Tuck.
As if other men didn't hold out. And see, that's the thing.
You got
that's
in the clip.
Yep.
It's this playing crazy, and it's like these other teams, like, oh, if he hold out, well, that's gonna look bad to him. NFL teams know what a holdout is. It's the only leverage these players have to try to even have an. He's just trying to have a holdout or a hold in to get them to talk. If they don't have the common sense to connect the dots that he's not here because he wants a long-term contract, then you shouldn't be doing football business.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. What's the clip, Law? I haven't seen the clip posted.
Just the Mad
Dog. Is it this one?
Just through that
the audio.
The communication with the player and the agent, which I think is huge here. Pickens signing the franchise tag, and I assume that means that you've been told contractually he'll be there for everything for the Dallas Cowboys starting in the offseason. That's mandatory?
Well, I'll correct that very end. Haven't been told that. Certainly, that's what we expect.
You can pause it right there.
anytime
You can pause it right there.
players-
He said, hey, I maybe put some cover over this. I'm not saying that he's going to be here for every practice. I'm still waiting for Pickens to be at one of these practices. I know that they are optimistic about that, but I'm thinking that, and I know, Marcus, you said that it's different from Michael Parsons. It's a wait and see for me. The day Pickens get out there and start practicing and getting out there high-fiving everybody, that'll be the day I believe that he's going to at least be different than what Michael Parsons did.
Here's my only pushback is, does him skipping mandatory practices help him get a long-term deal in our eyes?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
With this organization, I believe so.
Yes.
Yes.
That's because that's the pattern, Marcus. Like, when did Tank get paid? When he used his shoulders leverage. When did Z get paid? When he went to Cabo. When did CD
Zach
Lamb
Martin.
get paid? When Zach Martin. That's the way our organization does it. Like, maybe around the league that would be a bad idea. But when you're dealing with Dallas, the pattern to me with Dallas is that bad guys finish first and good guys finish last. When you kiss the babies, you end up like Dak Prescott, where you get signed the day before the fucking game.
The fact that
and Dak, good boy ass, he honestly should have held out, because you know what they were saying then. They were saying quarterback, he played quarterback. So quarterbacks, they held to a high standard. He shouldn't hold out. Guess what Love said with Green Bay?
Right.
He said, y'all gonna play with me? I'm holding out.
Right.
So no, I think it helps them, because see, what else do you do to try to draw them to the table? Like, they're not even talking. Like, I have nothing else but a holdout. Now, if you go kiss babies, you're helping them not pay you.
I think the issue is there's just not a lot of leverage. And I keep coming back to the Micah thing. Micah knew that there were multiple teams willing to give up those 2 first-round picks and make them the highest paid defensive player in NFL history. I don't think George has that leverage. The Cowboys can hold him out and say, hey, unless you give us 2 first-round picks, which nobody's ever going to do for Pickens, we don't have to play your game. And my whole thing, if I were George Pickens' agent right now, I would be telling him, every decision you make from now until next March should be with the idea of how do I get a long-term contract? And I don't think missing mandatory practices and getting fined is suddenly going to make the Dolphins more excited to pay you, right? That's why I think ultimately he is going to show up to these practices. He's not going to I don't want to say fake an injury because that implies that he never has any injuries, but not go all out. I think if he has another big season, then you will see more teams open up to the idea of paying him.
Marcus, even if that's the case, Marcus, even if that's the case, though, even if that's the case, though, Dallas Cowboys could just tag George Pickens again next year.
Right.
True. I mean, they have the right.
And it's like, and this is the thing that's kind of like not fair to Pickens.
Yeah.
It was so many things that had to go right for him to have that historical season.
Right.
So you had to have an all-time bad defense. You had to be in shootout games to where it's dependent upon us to throw this ball to get back in it or even stay in it.
Lamb injury, even
the Lamb injury, right? So
Lamb
it
injury.
was so we all know what could likely happen to him, similar to what happened to Mike McCarthy. We put you on a prove it deal, but we kind of take your legs out from under.
But is there? I think there's an outcome here where his numbers all drop off. But the Cowboys are way more willing to give him a long-term deal for all the reasons we said. Like if he comes
on their side of it, though, on their side of this situation, right? If he like for example, if you are Pickens' agent, and then you can just use case studies within the confines of the Cowboys organization, Amari Cooper took $6.5 million less to stay here. He would never get that money back. So by them trying to cater into a deal of getting a team-friendly deal or whatever it may be below market, Pickens would probably never get that money back because of
what is his market though? I think that's the thing that
Pickens.
When I asked a team who needed a receiver before free agency, they have since made a move. I'll say it like that. The idea was we might give him a 1-year deal with $10 million with some guaranteed money in there. Like that was it. And the idea is
like Arizona.
The idea is that we just can't, it wasn't Arizona.
I'm messing with you.
The idea is that we're not going to give this guy a bunch of money until he is in our facility for at least a year until we can kind of feel it out how it's going. And I know there's other players in free agency like Alec Pierce and these guys that they don't have to do that. Unfortunately, it's just where Pickens is at.
But let me
hold on.
Let
me say this real quick before you get the question. Let me say the other concern, because where y'all are concerned and we all are of the tag again next year. Look, at the end of the day, wide receiver 1 money, wide receiver 2 money. If you get to the tag again next year, well, okay, he's wide receiver 2 here in Dallas versus being somewhere else and being a wide receiver 1 though.
Oh,
right?
He's wide receiver 1 in Dallas though.
Yeah, but the Cowboys will leverage that Lamb is though, right? And that gets funky again when you talk about the
you
tag
can't say that
how good it goes.
He can't say that Lamb is number 1 when he said both
right? Because this is the question, right? So if Marcus has his sources that the market for George Pickens as of right now is a 1-year $10 million deal.
That was just one team, by the way.
I'm just saying one. Well, let's say if that's the consensus, right? Because of the baggage that he's had, right? Why in the hell are we franchising tagging for 28?
Because they like him more than that team, obviously, right? That's why they traded for him when nobody else would go out and make that move. And there's no other tag that they could have given him that would have given him less money, right? They're okay. I mean, let's just be clear. The Cowboys really do like George Pickens. I just want to make sure that everybody listening knows, like, they really do like this player. I just think before they're committed to giving him $160 million, they just want to see him continuing to grow as a professional. And like I said, it honestly has nothing to do with his play on the field, because I could see him having 1,150 yards, 7 touchdowns, but he blocks his tail off. He comes to meetings, on time. He's at every single practice. And the Cowboys feel like, you know what? You've done everything we've asked. The numbers weren't great. Let's give you the deal that you want.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Marcus.
But here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying about that, right? Because if you tag him, right, you should know what his market value would be, right? So why are you know what I'm saying? So if you feel like his market value is not super high, if he was a free agent, why would you tag him? Where you could sign him for a dirt cheap deal if he hit the free market. So let's say the over offer was $20 million total. You could have signed him for 22, 23.
Yeah.
Well, and when Stephen Jones originally spoke on the reason why they tagged George Pickens, they said because we don't want other teams to take you from us. They know George Pickens has a market. They know that if he was on the market today, free agent, unsigned, there will be tons of teams throwing bags at him.
It will balloon.
And I think that's what I don't understand.
Day out.
I disagree with that. The reason is because he was literally available to the entire league last year, I think on an $800,000 contract, and nobody called. Nobody.
But that's
I
last
agree with
year.
that.
But that's after. But
now
this is
when you
not.
add
But that's
1,500 yards,
refurbished him.
Degree, though, right?
Right.
Uh-huh.
We refurbished him. So teams are sitting back saying, "Oh shit, look what he did with the actual quarterback. We got one of those."
But-
Right,
Yeah.
because
But
I
it
know
doesn't go
right
from-
here in my town, that the team that I cover, they would throw the bag at George Pickens to bring him to Kansas City.
It doesn't go from 1 million a year to suddenly 30 million a year. And again, this is for the Chiefs are one of those teams that had the opportunity to draft George Pickens in 2022, and they did not want him. They drafted Sky Moore instead. They had George Pickens off their board.
Yeah.
There are teams
And
that
we
are
will all
gonna
agree
go
that was
back-
a mistake, right?
I don't disagree, but whenever we get
Right.
to free agency, teams go back to their pre-draft profile and they see, hey, we had a red flag on this guy. Okay, let's go to the NFLPA report. $400,000 in fines from the Steelers over 3 years.
Yeah.
What has changed?
The
But here's
stats,
my thing,
the
Marcus.
production.
Listen, I think
Production.
you and your source, like you said, he was a coach, and he's looking for on the field. The coach is not paying him. Can we look at it from the front office point of view? Which one is more expensive? George Pickens missing meetings, or somebody getting DUIs and someone off the field, like costing me and the brand and the shield money?
I
Like-
totally agree. I agree with that, but coaches would rather. Let me rephrase. Coaches can put up with that stuff better than guys being late to meetings, and I'm not saying that's right because it's not. But that's the way it has been. It's like as long as you hold the line in practice, I can handle what you do. Your mistakes off the field.
Yeah. But at the
Chris
end of the
Jr.
day, I would rather have a late George Pickens than an on-time Jalen Tolbert. And
And he writes great notes. If you- he writes great notes. by the way. If you saw his penmanship, hey, you know that's what Chadi said about it. Hey, his notes, he takes great notes.
It's not even that.
Great
It's like,
notes.
me and Boss had an argument when Luka was traded. He was like, Luka's health. He was like, he said, man.
Don't bring up
he said-
basketball, Luke.
I know, but I'm just. He said,
Stay away.
he said, man, they take the beer out of Luka's hand. I said, I would have grabbed him.
Stop, man. We know.
And gave him
Right.
right.
All right, listen. I want to say this because I gotta go because I
Lakers
gotta be
at
on
6.
time. But hey,
Yeah, but-
Marcus, first of all, thank you for showing up. And
Yeah,
and
thank
I
you, bro,
love
for
this
pulling
type
up,
of
man.
stuff.
Respect, bro.
And the community needs this type of stuff because you need multiple perspectives, kind of talking it out. Like,
right.
and it's okay
Facts.
sometimes for people to see it different, but it's at the same time, I think it was
Yeah.
very, very fruitful for us to kind of look at it because you did raise a good point. I'm gonna go double check Jonathan Jones and make sure he's not a water carrier. I'm just playing.
Don't start your stuff, Paul.
we have those because my question is why? Don't let me get started. But thank you for showing up.
Of course.
And
Yeah.
I do want you to
Facts.
show up one day if you want to get your nose beat in on running back. Like if you do want to get your nose beat in on running back, you've been I'm gonna be honest with you, you've been so due an ass whooping on running back. Like if you really want to just if you want to protect yourself, don't show up. But if you
He
show
named
up,
after
I
one,
got
though, man.
so much smoke for you on running back.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take it easy on you at all. The only thing I like about you when it comes to running back is your name. That's it.
I used to have the running back don't matter.com.
Oh God!
Yeah, domain.
Hey, listen. I blame you. I really do blame you for what's going on in the community because there's so many people that bought into it that it's hard to get them to. It's hard for them to like running back too. So, Mark,
Well, I can tell you that there's people that are working inside the organization that believe that as well. So we've infiltrated them. It's job well done.
Job's not well done because we need running back too to take pressure off that defense, and we can't do it because of you, Marcus, because
That's
of
my
your
fault.
website and your thought on that. But anyway, I just want to smack you before I leave. Y'all take it easy.
That's why I gotta leave as well.
Hold on, boss. I think Angie sent a super chat for you. Yes. What's the take on RB Random tight end? Appreciate you, Andrew.
We over here hijack your show, man. We over
Yo, Marcus, once again, bro, I appreciate you for pulling up, man. Like I said, this is what it's all about, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's all about, like I said, bro. But
much love, guys. Enjoy the stream.
Just let me know. Just let me know. Hey, man, 7 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? We'll do it, man.
I have my stickers in the morning. I was much better. Talk Don't worry.
See, exactly, man. You're not yourself when you're hungry, bro. So appreciate you, bro.
Man. It's good meeting you, Marcus.
Yeah.
Good meeting you.
And yo, everyone, we appreciate y'all. We've been rocking for 3 hours, man. You know what I'm saying? Knicks. This is what it's all about, right? Today. This wasn't planned, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have this saved or queued up, right? But it's about the community coming together and having conversations. We all disagree on shit. I do not believe that George Pickens has zero market. I do not believe. You know what I'm saying? But you can still have those arguments with respect and dignity without tearing each other down, right? And I think that's what we have to get back to. I can't speak for trolls and all, but I feel like I hold us to a higher standard. You know what I'm saying? And that's media members who are on this show as well, man. So we appreciate y'all, man. Law, for people who might be seeing you for the first time, dog, I don't know what the hell's going on, but let me know they can find you, my guy.
Hey, man, follow me at Law Nation Sports. That's my name on all platforms. So be sure to check me out. And let's go, man. Let's get it. That's it.
Appreciate you. My dog, Knicks, bro. Let everybody know they can find you, bro.
Yeah, easy, man. Your guy, Knicks, your _guy _Knicks, NIX, all platforms. Find me that way and follow me. Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you, man. Angry man. So I gotta do something. I gotta have like Law and Angry do a versus. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to see that debate. You know what I'm saying?
Let me hear it, Angry. The sounds of soft souls and melodies brought to you by Angry. Let me hear it one time. The sounds of soft souls. Come on, man.
Midnight love.
Midnight love.
The sounds of soft love.
God.
No, but listen, I just want to say this real quick, y'all, gentlemen. It was a pleasure being on here. It was a pleasure being up here with you guys. I mean, I look up here and I'm like, man, I don't even deserve to be here, but I thank you, Law, from starting out. Even, you know, you were the first one that I came across. Then it went to J Tug. Then it went, you know, to Knicks. Then Lou and everything. Everything that you guys bring to the Cowboys community, the information that you bring, the way that you bring it, I appreciate you. And it ain't color creators, it's content creators. And that's what I appreciate. And everybody that was on here and in the chat.
Yeah, CC, like my dog, man. I appreciate you. My dog, Lou, man. Let everybody know where they can find you, bro.
You said Barry White. Hey, shout out to everybody, man. This is all about, man. Y'all can find me LOU Takes on all socials on LOU.takes, man.
Yes, appreciate you, my dog. Hoodie.
Oh, hold on. Let me say this. And now we have Hood Quavius Cushington from the Cushites, baby.
Y'all can, you can find me at Basement Boys on Twitter. You can find me on YouTube with Cushion the Cowboy Smoke Hour. Just an up and coming YouTuber trying to reach these guys' plateau, man. That's all. I appreciate y'all having me on, man.
Hey, Tuck, when he said that his name was Hood Quavius, man, everybody fell out laughing, bro.
What's his real name for real?
Hood Quavius Cushington.
No, ain't my real name.
I want to say, come on, dog.
I anoint him. I anoint him with that name.
Quavius Cushington. Quavius Cushington the third.
In the Victorian
He said the third.
Yeah, and for everyone seeing me for the first time, man, JTuck at JTuck151. Follow me on Twitter, on X. You know what I'm saying? CFO Sports is the YouTube channel. We do a lot of film breakdowns, all that fun stuff, Cowboy stuff, as we gear up for the season. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all for dropping through. Like I said, this wasn't planned, wasn't organized. I told everybody I was just going for an hour today. You know what I'm saying? But this is what it's all about, man. I respect everyone on this panel. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate everyone. I really want the community to get back to showing what we do great, because I feel like the Cowboys community is the greatest community on YouTube. So, and I said what I said, man. So I appreciate everyone. Want to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged. Sign George Pickens to a damn deal. Stop being cheap.
Come on, man.
Peace.
Peace.
Salute.